Now, was this the first album where you guys had a full-time keyboardist?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Casper. Yes.
So Casper, there were a lot of bands, especially the black metal bands or maybe some of the doom metal bands that had keyboards in their music, but very few were using keyboards the way that Casper did. Casper very much had a style that was like this 60s or 70s prog rock, like Iron Butterfly or The Doors or something like that.
Mm.
How did you know it was going to work with your music?
Well, we didn't, but we just started to like listen that kind of music ourselves as well, like 70s progressive music, Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Camel. So many good bands which are using Moogs and Hammonds and that kind of analog synthesizer. So we just wanted to have those in our music as well. We didn't think that much how it's gonna sound because, as you said, there wasn't too many bands with like in this scene like with the keyboards. I remember there was a Nocturnus. They had keyboards, but that's about it. What we knew. So we didn't have any like. It was anyway like new thing to have a keyboard, so we didn't think that much what kind of keyboards they should be. And the Casper was very big fan of those like analog synthesizers, so we trusted him as well. And he found this room from Sunlight Studios which was full of these instruments. So that's how it happened.
So Thomas Skogsberg had a lot of the equipment that you guys ended up using on the album.
Yeah. Casper had some Korg synthesizer, but he didn't have at the time like own Moogs, but he was like a small child in a candy store when he bought those synthesizers. So yeah, but they sounded great, and that time we didn't actually listen that much anymore, like at the time, like metal, and the influences came from like these 70s progressive bands more like, and of course we had a history already, like listening bands like Morbid Angel, Carcass, and before that Slayer, and all these heavy metal bands, and still do, but that was the time like when we just discovered like, okay, there's this kind of music as well, like have been done, and it opened like new world to us.
And I think Amorphis were one of the first bands who used both death growls and clean vocals. Where did you get the idea to do this?
I think originally we remember that Paradise Lost had a female singer, so we thought that let's find some like male singer to do the clean part, so we are different. But originally it came also because we started to think and feel that the crawling thing is not like, if we want to make this like bigger or musically, and we want like different kind of dimensions to our songs, we need some melodic singing as well. So it started from that, and after that we started. In Elegy I was like ready to give up the crawling thing, like just having a clean vocals. But when Tomi Joutsen came to band, he wanted us to have old stuff to set list as well. So that was like first time to us as well, like looking back and finding the good things about our history. So then it came like naturally that we will have a crawling and a clean vocals, and Tomi is great for doing both, so it's good.
This live album and DVD was shot at Tavasia Club in Helsinki. I'm curious because on the recording I heard and the video that I saw, there was no audience. Was it just you guys and the camera crew?
Yes, it was. That was recorded in COVID times.
I see. Okay.
So it's without audience. It's strange. It didn't feel that strange at the time because it was like kind of new normal for a while to do streaming gigs, and when we had to like cancel 100 gigs anyway. But yeah, that's without audience. So it was very strange to us as well because there was like one guy behind the mixing table and between the songs, so
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like live as you could imagine. No audience.
So you've always played a few songs from this album live. I think Black Winter Day and maybe In the Beginning are usually part of your set list. But what was your feeling in revisiting the whole album from beginning to end?
I think they are very much like still like in our muscle memory, those songs. Yeah, because we have like had few songs from there like always in our set list. And like 10 years ago, we did some Tales anniversary, 20th anniversary tour as well. So we played the album, the whole album
Sure.
at the time as well. So it wasn't that difficult, and it's not like that technical stuff or anything like that. So it was quite easy to us. But and we haven't like changed the arrangement that much. So it's wanted to have it like the original, or but with a little bit updated sound as live. I mean, to me, it's more important. I think it's better to do it like live than studio versions from old songs, because I think you'd never get the same feeling to the studio sound if you're doing it again. But on live, I think it's better. It's like okay.
So you guys were quite young and quite bold when you originally wrote and released this album, and you included a lot of different elements. Going back and re-recording it and relearning these songs, is there anything about these old songs that surprised you or that you're particularly impressed by?
Mm, it's hard to think. I think there's still the elements, but are like the basic elements are still the same, I guess. So not really. But it's hard to get like that kind of distance by myself to this album or those songs, because they are like being part of me like so many years. So I don't know actually. I'm trying to remember. Well, it's more progressive than in a way than the new stuff in a way, because there is sometimes it sounds like there is like riffs and riffs and riffs and not like the whole song, but that's how it's in the end anyway. Like it's more like not too much. I don't know what's the word. Uh, I don't know. It's very hard question to me to answer. Sorry.
Sure, I understand.